Hi everyone and welcome. I'm here for a Colorful Life Designs. This is a picture of the May 2022 new release Master Creator Bundle. There are 16 new stencils. I love all of them and I think you're going to love them too. So if you do decide to purchase this Master Creator Bundle, my link will be listed below in the description box. And please let them know that I sent you so that they know that you're watching my videos. I appreciate it. We're going to make this lovely card today, which features one of the new butterfly stencils and an older stencil, which features masks. Let's get started. For my card, I will be creating with the new layered butterfly stencil. This is a 3x6 stencil that features the butterfly, the body of the butterfly, and then a cutout of the butterfly and the mask. This is a pretty simple design. I'm going to be using a Marvelous mask. This is a collection of stencils that's available through a Colorful Life Designs. And I'll be using that to create 3 bubbles, basically 3 round areas to highlight the 3 butterflies. Okay, so I have one of the cutouts from Marvelous Mask, and I'm going to use a little bit of ink to highlight that shape. I'm going to use some yellow ink from Catherine Puller, and the color is Chiffon. I'm going to use a foam domed blending tool, and I'm just highlighting that outside lip, I call it, of that stencil. I don't have the circle fully on the panel, just partially, and I'm using a very smooth paper. It's Hammermill Premium Color Copy Cover paper. It's 80 pounds. Any smooth paper that you have would work. Smooth paper is preferred because it's easier to ink blend on. Okay, so you're just basically trying to convey that this is indeed a circle. It doesn't have to be completely filled in. It can be semi-transparent. That's okay. All right, now let's go ahead and stencil in our butterfly wings. Wait, not the butterfly wings yet, sorry. We're going to stencil the outline. And this is Catching Rays. The color is called Catching Rays. It's from Catherine Puller. Okay, we'll just get it positioned in the proper place and go from there. We'll repeat what we did with our Catching Rays around the edge of the stencil only. I'm grabbing some Post-it notes to make sure that my ink doesn't bleed over onto my card panel. And by the way, I forgot to mention, I do have a discount code for Colorful Life Designs. It's Tracy Fan 10. That's TRACY Fan 10. I'll have that linked in the description box below. If you could use my code when you order, well, first of all, it'll save you 10%, and second of all, it'll help the folks at a Colorful Life Designs know that you're watching. That really does help. Okay, now that I have the butterfly wings adjusted to the right angle and where I want them inside the little circle, let's go ahead and ink blend the butterfly wings once we get all of our little protective little Post-it notes down. Actually, the Post-it notes really do help to protect your card. You don't want to get any ink where you don't plan it to be. So I used a pink for my top of my wings, so I was using Pucker Up. In the middle of my wings, I'm using Cummerbund, and the bottom I'll use Serenade. And I'm trying not to apply too much ink. I'm actually swiping my ink off onto a piece of scrap paper before I rub it over my stencil. All right, so I'm going to carefully remove that. And I like how that turned out. The remaining step then would be to take the stencil, lay it back down. There's a little, sort of like the body of the butterfly. I'm going to use the same process. I'll use a foam dome blending tool. And I'm going to use VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink because I want it to be really crisp. I want you to be able to, look at the butterfly and you'll be able to see that that butterfly has a body to it. Just be really careful you don't get your ink in a spot where you don't want it, like through the top of the stencil. Okay, one more thing I'm going to do. I have these little itty bitty blending brushes and I have the stencil laying down to make sure that I stencil in the antenna, because that's how detailed these stencils are. You can actually see the little antenna on the butterfly. So I'm going to make sure I pay attention to those little details. Now I'm going to speed the video up just for the sake of time because I'm basically repeating the same exact process again. I have the circle mask and I'm just blending the outside edges, and I don't have to completely blend in the entire. Can it look like it's a little bit transparent in the middle? And then I just have to figure out where I want my butterfly to be positioned, and I just start the whole process all over again. So hopefully you've had a chance to learn a little bit more about Colorful Life Designs. They're based out of Texas, and it is a small family-run business. So I hope that you will take the time to support them. They've got a lot of wonderful stencils over there, and hopefully you can take advantage of the coupon code that I provided, which is TracyFan10. It saves you 10% off your entire order. The coupon code, you can't use that if you get the Master Creator Bundle, because the Master Creator Bundle is already discounted. Oh, I did want to mention one more thing. If you do purchase anything from a Colorful Life Designs, make sure you let them know that Tracy sent you. That helps them to realize that you're watching my videos and following me, and that you're, learning about their product through me. I appreciate that. Thank you. You could make your little bubbles or circles any color you'd like. And you can also make your butterflies any color you'd like too. That's what's great about these stencils. You can use them over and over again in a variety of projects. Oh, and I also wanted to let you know that there's 2 videos already posted to my YouTube channel. One is my video, which is from May the 1st, where I talk about the new release and I walk you through it and I show you how I made 2 cards using the Eyes Ink glitter paint. And then there's a video of a live that I did on my channel on May 2nd, where I basically did a walkthrough of all the new stencils and the cards that I made, and then together we made some things with them. So I started out with some foiling. If you've never seen a stencil foiled before, I started out with that, and then switched over to some ink blending, and then switched over to the Eyes Ink, and back to ink blending. So we had a lot of fun during the live. And these little bitty brushes really do come in handy for these small spaces. I was really pleased at how well they worked. Again, I'll have those linked in my description box. All right, so that's what it looks like. once it's finished as far as the ink blending goes. And I need to create a background panel or a matte layer. And for this layer, I'm just going to create a rainbow background. And so I'm just using Catherine Polar inks from the Date Night collection. I started with Pucker Up. And I'm going to go ahead with Catching Rays next. And I just go down each color of the rainbow till I have a finished panel that I'll use as my matte layer. I do like to use the inks to make my own backgrounds. You know, you're getting a perfect match. So if you wanted to do just one solid color, you don't have to do a rainbow panel. But you can just swipe around the edges with your ink pad of your paper, and then you can have perfectly matching background paper, you know, your matte layer. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to an A2 card base that is 5 1/4 by 4 1/2. And then the actual panel, I die cut that with a stitched rectangle die. And I've got 3 little black pearls I'm going to put on the butterflies and their bodies. And then I have a sentiment that says hugs that I'm going to put on the middle of the card, and then the card is done. So if you're new to my channel, I hope that you like my video and that you'll subscribe to my channel. Please give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment. What do you think about the little butterflies on this card? All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching and have a hopeful day. Bye-bye.